Hi Year 5s, welcome to your maths lesson for today, your last maths lesson this week. I hope you've had a really good week of learning about fractions. I've been incredibly proud and impressed of those children who've been submitting their work on Teams and been doing those quizzes every day. So really well done. I have been trying to send feedback as well. So hopefully you've been receiving that. The most important thing is that what I have noticed is that some people are not following the method that I have taught in the videos, which suggests to me that you're not watching the videos correctly or you are not doing the input with me. So it's very important that whenever I give you some to do is that you do it so you can find out what the method is and maybe do it again if you're not too sure so that you can really be confident about how to answer those types of questions. Right, we're going to be carrying on with our fractions today in our starter. But just before we do, what I would like us to do is just go over those 3 methods that we learned about this week, because I don't feel that they are difficult, but those children who are just struggling a little bit, here is an opportunity for you to understand these 3 methods. So what I have been very impressed with is some children have created like a little maths file, and any sort of method or step to success they need to follow, they have been creating those so that when they do come to those types of questions, they can then look at it and go, right, if I'm working at an equivalent fraction, I'm going to use this method. And then they've written the method down so that they can use it. It's very similar to what Ms. Milvena and I do in class in our flip charts. We do the whole method on the flip chart for you to look at. So imagine creating your own flip chart at home now where you can write those steps, okay? So that when you go to the quiz, you can use those steps that you've written down to then answer the question. So the 3 that we've looked at this week is equivalent fractions, mixed to improper fractions, and improper to mixed numbers. So we're going to quickly revise these 3 methods, and then we're going to go on to the work. So first of all, I'm going from this fraction to this fraction. So I'm making an equivalent fraction. They are equal. And I always go in the direction that I have the missing value. So if this is a missing value, then I'm going to put my arrow going towards the missing value. And if I put the arrow going here, I'm going to put the arrow going in the same direction at the top. Okay. Then I decide and I look at which part gives me the most information. Is there more on the top of the numbers or is there more at the bottom of the numbers? And I can quite clearly see it's at the top of the numbers. So what did I do to 6 to get 12? And I'm going in that direction. So I times it by 2. So whatever I do to the top number, I do to the bottom number. Okay. And now I'm going to say 10 times 2, and my answer is going to be 20. Just a reminder that when you do equivalent fractions today in your starter, in your quiz, just write the number. Don't write the whole fraction. Okay. So if you need to pause the video now, then draw this out so that you can see how to do this. Okay. Draw the arrows to the missing value. What have you done to the one number? You must do to the other number. Okay. So if you need that, rewind the video, write out those steps, draw this picture to help you, and then you can unpause the video. Right, the next one, I'm going from a mixed number to an improper fraction. Right, so I'm going to first say 8 times 3. So I times the bottom number with the whole number, and I say 8 times 3 is 24, and then I add the top number plus 6. So I say 24 plus 6 is 30. So I write 30, and now I'm making it an improper fraction. 30 is not the answer. I'm still getting children writing 30 as an answer. That is a whole number. I'm going to an improper fraction. So whatever this bottom number is, I need to write it at the bottom of it, okay? So when you're typing up your answers today, you would write 30/8 as your answer, okay? So again, if you need to rewind the video, write out those steps to success to help you. Draw this as an example so that you can make sure that you've got this method. Again, it is an easy method, times and plus. Don't think anybody can struggle with this if you're watching the video carefully and you're doing this in your book with me. And the last one is I'm going from improper to mixed, okay? So I'm going 3 goes into 19. Now, if it is going to be easier, draw out 19 little sticks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The reason why I check is because today we had some children playing with grouping and they couldn't count out the correct number. So it's very important that you have this number at the top is correct. I'm making groups of 3. So here is a group of 3. 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 So how many groups of 3 do I have? Okay, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. An easier way to say that is 3 goes into 19 how many times? So I'm saying 19 divided by 3, okay? Or I just say 19 divided by 3, okay? And if you need, draw out the little sticks and then group them. How many groups do you have? You have 6 whole groups. What are you left with? You are left with 1. And remember to put the bottom number same. Okay, again, if you need to go and write down these steps, go and do that. Again, I don't think this is a very difficult method. It just requires you to concentrate and try it. Right, so those are your 3 methods for today. You are now going to log on to Teams for me and you're going to do these questions. All right, there are 5 questions for you to do. So log on to Teams now, do your starter, and then afterwards you can do your mixed arithmetic. Okay, so you don't have to come back to this video. If you're on Teams, you can do your starter first, and then go into your mixed arithmetic and then answer those questions. And that is your lesson for math today if you have Teams. For those who don't have Teams or are struggling, I will give you the questions on the slide, but a reminder that next week, these questions will not be on the slide anymore, okay? So it's important that you are making sure you're logging onto Teams. And if you aren't and you're struggling, please send us an email at year5@thepalmeracademy.com email address so that we can try and sort you out before next week. Right, so those who need these 5 questions are going to have a look at them now. So here's the first one, first few. So pause the video whenever you need, write the answer down on your piece of paper. Right, and here's your last question. Good, right, so most of you have already logged onto Teams, I'm sure, but if you have come back to this video, you're going to be doing your mixed arithmetic today, so you can answer these questions. So here are the questions for those who can't access Teams. Right, first 7 questions, pause the video. Right, so don't forget to take a picture of your work and send it to year5@thepalmeracademy.com email address, and a reminder that as of next week, this work will not be on the slides, so please make sure that you have access to Teams. Otherwise, have a wonderful day of learning, and I will see you back later. Bye.